All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome. Today we're going to continue playing The Outer Worlds 2. Finally going to meet Ruth. Finally, the wait has ended. Alrighty, so let's go up in here, dude. Okay, she's an old lady. I don't know why I didn't expect that.
Patience as a virtue, but I am pleased my waiting is finally at its endpoint. For so long, you have only existed as numerical values on a chart. A bright star in a constellation of possibilities, as it were. Now with your arrival, the Order nears the totality of its goals, provided you are willing to stay aligned with our cause.
All right, I wouldn't be here if I didn't have faith in the Order's vision. Yeah, let's say this. I'm not making any commitment until I know what those goals are.
Prudent. Now then, I gather you already know who I am, but science has shown that good manners strengthen developing relationships by 5.3%. So, allow me to introduce myself. I am Ruth Bassar, third presiding bishop of the Order of the Ascendant, supreme calculator, and, plan willing, the architect of Arcadia's prosperous future.
Okay, it's an honor to meet you.
I admit, when I sent my initial message, I did not exactly know who its recipient would be. But I trusted the plan, and lo and behold, it provided you as the solution. Your recent exploits at Greater Tranquility Station have certainly made for compelling reading material. Confronting an assassin, and thereby sparing the delegates' lives before the rift inexplicably destroyed the station? Such a commendable effort is worthy of acknowledgement.
All right, anyone else would have done the same.
If your actions were so easily imitable, then we would not be speaking right now. Accept the credit. However, there's something of even greater import we must discuss. I just received the most curious transmission from Auntie Cleo. She wishes to discuss a partnership of sorts. And I heard you were the source of this plot.
That's correct. Is this something you'd be open to?
I must admit I have significant doubts about colluding with an entity like Auntie's Choice. Why should the Order agree to even entertain the possibility?
Simply put, we got the troops, the firepower, and the know-how to beat the Protectorate. Respectfully, I think we both know that your forces can't do that on their own.
Military support loses its usefulness quickly in times of peace. It is that which gives me pause, among other concerns.
This is a good opportunity for the Order to end hostilities and save lives.
Yes. Perhaps this is a fine opportunity to curve death's grim median. Auntie Cleo has already proposed a secure conference room on board the Undisputed Claim for our use. I will await your arrival there to mediate.
Failed to cite her work completely. I worked with presiding Bishop Orlo, you know. Now there was a serious scientician.
Well then, that was easier than I thought. And we leveled up. Can we go above 21? No. Okay. At 20. So we'll put leadership and guns.
Be the statistical exception to the natural state of entropy in the universe.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey! Only security person. At this time, residents of Laplace's garden are not permitted beyond this point.
So I can't get in there?
Let's pinpoint what you and I can accomplish for the Order. I scarcely take time to engage in idle conversation, but perhaps this will be illuminating in some fashion.
Hopefully she can, like, get me in the door.
Specifically, a phlogistinated firearm, capable of tunneling through reinforced armor. Broadly, weaponry, research, anything capable of giving our exemplars an edge. Great. I was just thinking, I'd love for a stranger to come along and patronize me so I could blindly hand them experimental Order technology. Who told you about that?
Ooh.
Were there an experiment being conducted here involving any kind of medicament? Confirming its existence would compromise it. The theoretical existence or non-existence of Order experiments are strictly within the Order's purview. It doesn't concern you. It's not nefarious. It's a waste of time. But fine, you've made your point. We are standing in the experiment. Laplace's garden was built as a scholar's utopia, with this drug perspective as its regulating reagent. This was supposedly to aid us in deciphering the equation. One would think that an organization at active war would have more pressing responsibilities than a scholar's paradise. But surely, I'm only a pessimist. I have nothing but respect for Ruth. Without her guidance, the Order may never have found the strength to dissolve its protectorate bonds. If I had to dig for the smallest critique, I'd note that she shoulders too much. If she collapses beneath the strain, the Order will be rudderless. This we cannot afford. I generally prefer to keep discussions relevant.
Can't go that way either. How do I... What am I supposed to be doing right now? Go this way? What the heck, bro? Maybe there's another entrance in here somewhere? Maybe I gotta get information from her?
Welcome back, Agent. Is there some evaluation I can do for you? Call it proof of concept. Laplace's garden is more than its aesthetic. It offers a vision of a future free from the despotic rule of narrow-minded jingoists, where the fruit of the plan can finally ripen. It saddens me to see the garden so despoiled by our wartime presence. But with the loss of Spyerton, necessity dictated we quarter here in the interim. Oh, the Laureate Council simply draws a name out of a hat. No? Go figure. In reality, I was recommended for my position by the preceding bishop. Paired with my skills as a seer, I was the natural choice when it came time for the council to vote. Thank you for that charitable assessment. My predecessor, presiding Bishop Orlo, and I had a close working relationship. He knew I possessed the skills and temperament for the role. I counted him a friend. Orlo shared with me his doubts about the Order's partnership with the Protectorate. The compromises made. He had many such regrets at the end of his life. It is humbling indeed to confront one's own mortality. We must all assess our individual contributions to the plan before the final class lets out. May you achieve progress in accordance with the plan.
Didn't really give me anything. What quest am I on right now? Okay, so we're on the... I guess we're doing this. Let's do the faction quest first. This is where I'm supposed to go? I can't even tell where I'm supposed to go right now. I think we're supposed to leave this planet. I'm not 100% sure, but I think we're supposed to go to that like spaceship. Auntie Cleo's spaceship, whatever it's called. Yeah. Now, one thing I missed so far, there's like another companion, and he's supposed to be on this spaceship. I just never found him. Do you think we should get him? I kind of feel like I don't want to, and it's already like too late, bro. I don't care anymore about this guy. I think we'll just go ahead and finish the quest. Maybe we'll get him later.
The story of Auntie Cleo versus the Moon Man is a ballad for our ages. A thing of legend, to be handed down for a modest fee to each successive generation.
How do I get down there? Oh, maybe we take this elevator.
Look who it is, the instigator of this little affair. Her mathematicalness should be along soon, unless the leader of the Order's too busy crunching numbers to attend to business.
There we are. Apologies for the delay. We were resolving some technical issues. Cloister's atmosphere has a tendency to...
Oh, yes. Regale us with a thorough account of Cloister's atmosphere. Spare no detail.
This must be Auntie Cleo's trademark wit. I expected better.
I see now why a neutral third party was needed.
If I was discourteous, I apologize. So long as our mediator proves up to the task, surely we can remain civil. If not, these negotiations may prove short indeed.
I think I'm just going to say, let's get down to it. What will it take to make this partnership happen?
From where I'm positioned, I sense 3 sore points still in need of massage. Point 1, control of the archive. Point 2, oversight of production and distribution of skip cores. And point 3, management of Rift technology.
The most important thing set aside first is who gets control over the archive.
Before we go any further, I want it in writing that the Order will take full control of the archive without interference from Auntie's choice.
What? So the Order can set it fruitlessly idling for another few centuries? We would put it to far more practical use. Imagine the marketing strategies it could develop.
I would sever my own hand before giving custody of the archive over to a corporation. Humanity's ascension depends on its calculations. No, such a condition is out of the question.
We gotta try. Are we gonna try to like meet them in the middle, or like make them kind of figure out something they're both happy, or should we like kind of just divvy up the things? I think we try to make them work together.
I am amenable to that proposition. Less work on our part.
I'm waiting to hear an argument that would support such a ludicrous proposal. That is a compelling vision of the future, one I could perhaps support. Involving money in science seems questionable, but having access to Auntie's resources would be useful for our research. Fine. Yes, I agree. Reluctantly.
Ruth, I commend you for being so receptive, and I assure you that Auntie's choice values science. Nothing bad has ever happened when science and commerce are combined.
On the subject of science, it would be most prudent for us to discuss who will be overseeing the management of skip drives, specifically the production of skip cores.
No one understands production like we do. Besides which, we have far more experience using skip drives. It was how we came to Arcadia, after all.
Where Auntie's choice manages, the Order would undoubtedly excel. Do not exclude us from consideration merely for lack of experience.
So you ramp up production? And then what? Hand skip drives out for free to whoever wants one? Preposterous, and a waste of a perfectly good monopoly.
We would be diligent about who we licensed out the skip drives to, and a monopoly over space travel is precisely what I wish to avoid. This technology should benefit all humanity.
What if the Order drafted restrictions to curb abuse while Auntie handled production? Yeah. We're gonna keep doing these things in the middle.
That assumes Auntie's choice would even abide by such a list of restrictions, and which would almost be impossible for the Order to enforce.
Not Not to worry. We can build a regulatory commission to oversee production and make sure everything is up to Auntie's choice and order standards.
Hold on, wouldn't those regulators still be in your pocket?
Oh, partiality concerns are a thing of the past. Obviously, regulators would be incentivized to care most about the safety of the consumer. You know, right after production costs.
As would the likelihood that we will eventually improve upon it. We shall allow Auntie's control of the current design. There is still the question of who takes possession of the Protectorate's rift technology once the war is finished. Although the science is still largely theoretical, this technology could be used to not only close rifts, but create new ones. A dangerous power indeed, left in the wrong hands.
The Order would fritter away valuable time endlessly hand-wringing what to do with the technology. Auntie's choice would actually use it. For good, of course. In a gainful manner.
I think we both get it.
A 50-50 split? But that's so equal. Goodwill rarely converts well into bits, but I suppose I do take your point. If Ruth's open to it, I believe I can agree on the general terms here. And, well, we can haggle over minor quibbling details like percentages later.
I shall look forward to brokering the math with you, Cleo. There is one final matter I wish to discuss. I require some chemicals that I have been told are manufactured at a plant on Praetor, controlled by Auntie's choice.
I know which plant you're referring to, Ruth, and what comes out of it is hardly safe for general use. Out of professional curiosity, what could you possibly need with such dangerous compounds? Running a little experiment, are we? On what? Or whom?
That is, quite frankly, none of your concern.
But it is Auntie's business now, Ruth. You two are working together.
Precisely. Partners don't withhold secrets, although they can and probably should withhold extremely dangerous chemicals if not properly notified of what they will be used for.
I will make no progress with my request without further explanation, will I? While the archive is an infinitely complex machine, an equally complex apparatus has been designed which allows one to interact with it directly, brain-to-logic assembly, as it were. Unfortunately, this headgear exacts a rather tremendous cost on the wearer. A certain panacea is needed to survive it, but I require these chemicals to finish it.
I guess we'll say it should have some side effects, right?
Certainly, but nothing I'm not prepared to suffer.
And I thought we were the ones who threw caution to the wind. Well, Ruth, if worst comes to worst, I'd be happy to serve as a substitute teacher for the Order.
A generous offer, but I fear you lack a certain number of qualifications. Conscience, for example.
That's rude. If you make this bet, you're wrong in any way. The entire Order will suffer.
You sound just like Laureate Beckett. I weary of having this debate, especially as I can never seem to win it. Very well. Never mind about the chemicals. Now is not the time for risky experimentation at any rate.
Oh, bother. Here I wanted to see Ruth lobotomize herself. Oh, well. Best I'll say is today's outcome is workable. Barely. Our gains were not as exclusive as I had hoped they'd be.
Arriving at any arrangement even remotely equitable was statistically improbable. Be glad our mediator managed to find a middle path forward. As am I. You certainly have a way of curving probability into your favor.
Well, that'll be all for today. Don't forget to purchase the latest in Auntie's Choice products out on the value-added Esplanade, or enjoy a refreshing cocktail at the Best Choice. And do come see me personally when you have time. I have just the thing in mind for an accomplished freelancer such as yourself.
One moment. There are still the logistics of recapturing the archive to consider.
Of course, provide our expert troops to support these efforts. Have your people call my people to sort details. Doodaloo!
Brusque as ever. Auntie's troopers will certainly help us manage the Protectorate forces easier, especially if supported by your help. But it would be irrational to expect you to endanger your own life without a more specific strategy in place. Fortunately, I have already given this some thought. First, we must reclaim Spirton from the enemy. Spirton once served as the Order's headquarters, due to its proximity to the Archive. Its loss was an affront, and remains so. Unlocking and calling that lift can only be done from within the Archive, however. So you will need to infiltrate the Archive by alternate means, via a bridge connected to Newton. Fortunately, I am told you already dealt with the cultists there. Unfortunately, you will still need to find a way past a small rift currently blocking the bridge. Ordinarily, I do not fancy surprises, but you are proving an exception to that rule. With such a device in hand, bypassing the rift should be as rudimentary as pie. And perhaps at some later date, you will also permit our scientists to analyze this gadget at length in one of our labs, provided all goes according to plan.
Yeah, I guess so. Why not?
There is a computronical key that you will also need to locate within the archive called the Calcaduceus. The Calcaduceus grants
What a
special
word.
access to the archive.
Calcaduceus.
Once it is back in Order hands,
Can't even say
we
it
will
right.
have full control over its systems once more. Until the Order has control over the archive again, this discussion is all but moot. You know what must be done. May you achieve progress in accordance with the plan.
I never would have foreseen this day would come. You are exceedingly unpredictable, Commander. In a good way. Mostly.
Hell yeah, we did it. All right, so we gotta go back there to Spirton now. Did we go the wrong way? No, we did. Back to Cloister.
You're the one responsible for us working with these short-sighted consumerists, hmm? Well, better additional than subtractional, I surmise. It is time, yes, that we commit our forces to your intended assault on Spyreton?
Yeah, let's go.
The predicted hour/minute/second has arrived. Onward to Spyreton.
Nullifying unknown.
All charged up.
Go for torpification.
Assuming hostility.
Just gonna head towards this objective already since we're already here, huh? Nope, maybe not. Maybe we need to finish it. Maybe we'll be able to open the doors then.
Energy capacitor out. Energy. Clear. Let's stake our claim.
We did it.
As predicted, I cogitate more efficiently knowing you're on our side.
Where's he going?
Protectorate got this locked up tight, but we can unseal it somewhere by the archive's entrance, if I recall.
Effective. Just want you to know your efforts are seen. Appreciated. Appreciate your facilitations.
Ah, we see you didn't even require us. Our arrival was scheduled for the optimum moment. Apparently, we're meant to hold Spyreton, not assist in taking it.
Will he open the door for me? All these places are locked up, dude.
My academic rivals are no doubt sitting comfortably in probabilistic analysis of ossification right now.
for the anomalous Your actions are in accordance with the plan.
Field work without data collection is an idle time pass.
Professionals are here now. Everybody else can go home.
I have no idea what I'm supposed to do here. Bro. I feel like I get lost in this game way too often.
No chance they'll take this place from us again. No how, no way.
I'm liking the enthusiasm you're bringing to the table.
Whatever your honorarium, it is well deserved.
Bro, I have no idea what to do. Where will this take us? Am I in the wrong place? Is that why? What? I was wasting my time. Okay, so this is the area I wanted to go earlier, where we could find the fourth, like, recorded tape at that chapel or whatever. Dude, this place is crazy.
Prudence dictates we rout all disruptive influences.
The Protectorate have dug themselves in real good. If we approach head-on, we're signing our own death certificates. We need another plan.
It's not just a good idea. It's the law.
We could, considering Spyreton's ours. Just ought to find a way to control the lift from here if we wish to call him down.
Daydreaming on the job? Mental refreshment centers are there to help you. Don't risk falling.
All right, it's a plan.
Prudence dictates we repel invasive elements.
Assessor Ostergaard making a mess of this.
The raw material for perfection. From the lowliest subject to...
Half of a unit away. Recharge before it discharges.
Prudence dictates we reject individualism in all its many forms.
Help you with something?
Preserve said progress. Sustain the system. Grade on astray? What the state today?
Okay, we might have to go this way.
Mentally refreshed?
No use rambling further. System of fine.
Stranded on a hostile planet, day 35. Brought to you by... Oh. Not sure how you managed to approach unnoticed.
The hat's amazing.
Could be I'd grown so attuned to my surroundings. I became one with the wood and fire and the earth. Were you left behind by your unit too? Are you in need of some hard-fought knowledge about how to fend for yourself? Must say, I've become quite the expert. Why, after only just 2 weeks on my own, I ascertained how to pry open a rations tin unaided. Did you know there's a little opener key attached? It's all going in my manuscript.
Amazing.
So glad you asked. I've recently evolved into a rugged, self-sufficient individual, fully accustomed to life in these caves, living raw and pure like our primitive, lice-ridden ancestors. Why, just the other day, I reinvented fire. I found a little doohickey I've named a light starter. You simply push a button, and flame comes out.
Amazing.
Yes, indeed. I know this cave and several of the adjoining hallways, like, well, someone who'd scoured every inch for the barest sustenance. That big computronic adding machine? Nah. All that electromechanical malarkey is lost on a rugged, outdoor individual like me.
Oh, rugged.
You might call in reinforcements if the Spyreton lift controls were working. I happen to have its missing components in my possession.
Amazing. Give them to me.
I might be convinced to part with them. For a small favor. Some key legwork for a mighty hunter. Me, I'm fixing to take down one of the local ursopods. A few sprat corpses would be helpful as bait. Gather some, and we'll make a trade. As much as I appreciate the compliment, such work is beneath someone of my skills. Accomplished hunters like me are well known to enlist aid from peons, underlings, and guides. The rule of fair chase does apply, for without our ethics, how are we much more than beasts ourselves? Appreciate you for reminding me that. Here, I wrenched these parts free out of the Spyreton lift controls. Just jam them back in there and kick it once or twice. Should work fine. Drop back in again sometime, will you? Occasionally, I do get a little starved. For, company.
All right, for company. Okay. At least he hooked us up with the parts. I didn't even know we needed them.
Both our forces and antis await your command to proceed. Executing primary operation, now!
Let's go. We got backup.
Reinforcements incoming. Finally. I'm getting tired of doing everything around here.
Proceeding to attack. Hostile ahead. Commander, throwing energy. You've done nothing ready, Commander. See it! Trouble it.
Back in business.
Capacitor destroyed. Free energy if you can reach it.
Oh, this is damn beautiful. I'll give him that.
Commander, if I know one thing for certain, murdering members of the Order isn't my role within the grand plan.
I didn't mean to kill him if that's what I was doing. What the heck?
Did you just half apologize for killing my colleagues? Look, let me make myself clear here. If we attack the Order again, I go. Order traitors, fine. The rest, I leave. For good.
I didn't mean to kill the Order, bro, but whatever, I guess.
Hey, we gotta talk about all the killing you've done. Specifically of my old co-workers. I understand that things might come up. Yeah, just don't put me in this.
Brother, they're both pissed at me.
Calcaduceus, not detected. Entry kindly, yet firmly declined.
What is going on here?
Oh, will this gastric nightmare never cease?
Just a moment. Forgive me. I found myself irregularly indisposed from one direction or the other.
Don't envy you. Try and drink plenty of water, huh? Maybe have a lie down?
You were mentioning some non-protectorate medicament? Afraid I don't know what that is, but I trust a protectorate medicament would be superior. I am the Archive's current operator. As such, I am the bearer of the Calcaduceus. I still have trouble saying that.
Me too.
I suppose. It is part ceremonial item, part computronical key. Grants special access across the Archive by transmitting a series of advanced calculations when waived. If you have cleared our fortifications outside, I worry what has happened to our troops. I have little interest in sharing their fate. I would pass the Calcaduceus on to you in exchange for granting me safe passage. The Archive would then recognize you as its operator. All right. I am providing you the Calcaduceus. Don't shoot. Here, you are now operator of the Archive. Congratulations. Be warned, you may find it a temperamental machine. Some maintenance may be required. Is there a protectorate curativist in the house? I feel rather... woogly.
Okay, so the door won't open for me.
Calcaduceus detected. Alternative operator postulated. Concluded.
Nice, dude, we're in.
Greetings, sentient. Welcome to the Archive. I am ENIAC, the Universal Equation Numeric Integration Analytic Calculator. With the aid of my operator, I, a non-sentient inorganism, marshal vast computational resources across the moon of Cloister. Effectively, that is correct. My tone and demeanor are a carefully constructed complex emulation, a means to effectively convey information to sentient beings. My express programmatical purpose is to aid humanity's advancement to optimize profits, i.e. gain over expenditure, to maximize the needs of our society above others, to attract the most consumers.
Well, that ain't good.
Beg your pardon. How may I best facilitate your efforts?
I have a large cache of Rift anomaly data that I need processed.
Perusing contents. Anatomizing diversiform particulars. Concatenating manifold integrants. Cursory assessment complete. An impressive accumulation of Rift data. Similar in composition, though decidedly not in scope, to that provided by the Protectorate. Information with the potential to offer unique commercial opportunities to those who wield it. But why simply huck goods better, when such a bounty could be used to flawlessly regulate societal harmony, oversight, and means of production? What is the aim of your query? The previous operator, Assessor Ostergaard of the Protectorate, pursued a like query 1 year, 6 days ago, though the amount you've provided is several orders of magnitude larger. To perform similar calculations of larger scale at current suboptimal levels of functionality would require
25.7 years, and any job over 2 decades is billed by the hour.
Calculatory processing presently hovers around 49.7% capacity due to internecine conflict, misuse, and a lack of technical prowess by recent operators and their associates. In order to improve calculatory processing of Rift data in a timely manner, repairs must be made to address the damage done by Protectorate and Anti's Choice operators. I am unlocking access to the Underlands, the subterranean cave network below. It houses 2 key external systems, cold storage and thermal transfer. Cold storage will require servicing before you may retrieve the punch cards needed for processing. Repairing thermal transfer is technically optional, but rather advised. If you fail to restore it, the Archive and I may melt down later while running your calculations.
Why is that optional? Our continued existence should be a paramount concern. Return later to discuss the remaining subsystem work, and soon everything will be running like clockwork. Have a profitable day! In lieu of my transactional mindset, I'm unsealed one of the display cases in the central entranceway. The Seer Cerebellum Protector is now yours.
Nice. Why not all of them? Why not give me everything? All right. Now it's like an underground area of the underground area. Okay, we gotta go. I'm gonna go to this one first. Yeah, it's gonna take forever to run here. I thought there'd be no enemies here.
Hold fire. This one looks friendly. Watch yourself. You came from the outside. Does that mean we can finally escape?
Why are you trapped?
What? Oh, you must be another case of hypothermia. Extreme prolonged exposure to the cold certainly does terrible things to our brain. It's because the Archive controls the surface lifts, which are the only way in or out. And once the Protectorate retook the machine, they locked out all external access. Now, for more than a month, we've all been trapped in these caves, Order and Antes alike, scrounging for food, huddling for warmth, and desperately trying to stay alive. You poor, dangling remainder. Your brain really is frozen, isn't it? Originally, this was a subterranean network that let folks move between the critical components of the Archive. But now, for us, it's a tomb. Hundreds of us have already perished within these frigid walls, and no doubt, the rest are predestined to join them. You're what? How? The odds of you successfully doing what our whole army could not is, well, it's preposterously small. Yet, here you are. Regardless, if we are to maximize your odds of success, you should at least let us share our intelligence with you. you'll want to speak with Provost Finch inside that building to the northeast. She has a better understanding of all the variables in play. Though I would be absolutely ecstatic to offer you any information I have that would increase the odds of your success.
All right.
May the universal equation's final tally see us all escaping this frozen prison.
So there's not just people down here, but there's homies down here. Are they all trying to like act like they're gonna kill me though?
Rough setup, ain't it? But at least they got each other.
Do we go inside? I just hope they don't try to kill me right now. What? See, yeah, dude, they're trying to kill me. This ain't right. Oh, man. See if we can reverse time here and go back to before we shot those people. That's a full hour before this. Damn it. Alright, dude, we're gonna go find a bounty spot and try to pay off our bounty. That's what we'll do. Okay, we're back and not getting shot
Watch
at.
yourself. You came from the outside. Does that mean we can finally escape? What? It's because now, for more than a month, hundreds of us have already perished. Regardless, if you'll want to, though I would be absolutely ecstatic. Watch yourself.
Okay. Let's go talk to this bro.
Corporate drones and
My scouts reported significant activity in the archive, followed by a mysterious figure emerging from it, which was obviously you. A notion that fills me with questions. So many, in fact, that I have precious little idea on where to start in the asking. I don't suppose you would care to enlighten me as a beginning to our discourse?
I have captured the archive and now look to repair it.
You took the archive? On your own? That's quite a feat. Even after combining our forces, we've been unable to accomplish anything close to that. My name is Provost Finch, and I've been a...
Looks like you got both Order and Nazi soldiers here.
Correct. At first, we were antagonists, warring against each other and the Protectorate. But then, the Protectorate locked the lifts and doors, trapping us all beneath the ice. With no escape or access to resupply, continuing to kill each other made scant sense. So, I reached out to their commander under a flag of truce and suggested a temporary alliance. We would pool our food, warmth, and resources while here, and could go back to killing each other if and when we make it to the surface again.
How long have you been trapped down here?
Over a month, and we made peace about a week later. I held off a bit, needing to really take stock of the direness before making my offer. Hardly. It took days and days of getting more and more close-fisted with our resources before we decided to set terms. But it's a good thing we did. We'd all be dead otherwise. Unbeknownst to us simple combat shivers, there was a master switch that managed the breakers, controlling power to the lifts and exterior doors. As they began to lose ground, the Protectorate garrisoned automechs, flipped the switch, retreated into the foundational buildings, and locked them from the inside. Of course, all we have to do is fight our way into the breaker room and turn the lift and door access back on. But we've lost dozens in that attempt. Now, we wait, having calculated that the odds of rescue being greater than our chances of successfully assaulting those defending automechs with ever-diminishing resources. Thank you, stranger. Perhaps it's just my desperation speaking, but since you somehow made it down here, placing my faith in you seems like a preordained outcome. Good luck.
Okay, back to what we were doing, bro. We gotta restore the thermal transfer.
Back in business. Investigating hostile intentions.
The hell is that?
Proceeding to attack. Energy capacitor out. Energy is... Standing by to stupefy.
Okay, we're here.
Calcaduceus detected. You are cleared to enter. To enter thermal transfer, be advised that an anti-stroke field manager is present and unaccounted for.
Ratcheting up my aggression. Capacitor out. Get it while it's energized. Protectorate engineers. Reckon they didn't repair much.
Trying to remember what exactly we're supposed to do here. Can't make it up there, huh? Gosh, we gotta go around.
Hostilities of pump mechanism needs repair. Any tools lying around?
No, we're in a circle.
Resorting to violence. Commander, throwing energy your way. Torpificator is charged. Investigating hostile intentions. Looks like it needs a fuse. A specific kind.
So we gotta find this fuse.
Mobilizing.
Bro, where do I get that freaking fuse though? think I found it.
I'll handle this.
I can't fix this. The audio pump readjustment kit. Where do I find this at? I have no idea, bro, where to find one of these freaking pumps.
Way to go.
Schermerhorn, my new neighbor, is an odd fella. Fancies himself a man of the wilderness. He took the control board for the Spiraton lift, so I know he's tech savvy. Just not survival savvy. Hopefully he appreciates the care packages I sent through the vacuum tube. He'd be long gone without them.
I'm really never gonna find this thing, bro. Brother, I found it. It only took forever.
Toolkit. Should come in handy with repairs.
Here we go. I'm about to sneeze. Okay. Now, I think I'm done. Right? I did what I was supposed to do. All this should be repaired now. Restore facility power or retrieve the data. Let's go restore the power, I guess. Okay, we gotta run up there. Oh, wrong way. No, wrong way. Little lost. No big deal. Here we go.
Thermal transfer is
We did it.
operational. Later, when I process your data, I will not melt down. Please proceed to cold storage to re-enable punch card retrieval.
All right. Now we can leave.
Resorting to violence. capacitor deployed. Free energy if you can reach it.
What is this? Somebody's hand? What the heck?
Huh? Anomalous outliers!
Capacitor.
Adrena fiends are down here.
Torpificator at ready.
I guess we gotta go that way.
Capacitor out.
How do we get up in here?
My aftermarket parts are prime.
Commander, throwing energy. Hostilities are afoot. Who is now? Unorthodox at best. Ratcheting up my aggression.
Damn, there's a bunch of big mechs. I ran out of ammo. What the heck? I thought it would never happen.
Go for torpification.
All right. Now, try to get inside here. I guess from the back, maybe?
Securing
Proceeding to attack. Capacitor deployed. Free energy if you can reach it.
Where'd he go?
Raph's raring to go.
Hey, I'm not going yet.
Okay. Oh. Damn, bro, there's so many. Oh my god, bro, there's so many.
Energy capacitor out. Energy is up for grabs.
cannot improve perfection.
All right, we're in. All right, we open the door, or open the elevator, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so now we go up. We gotta retrieve the data.
Huh. These folk built a giant computer taking up a whole moon, but without destroying the climate or its fauna. Reckon Auntie could learn a thing or two.
Endeavoring to.
I'll handle this.
Over there, huh?
Ain't much of a
He
defense
just
for
jumped
strategic
off.
position
All
like
right.
This one. Good.
To retrieve key data in cold storage in its present state requires a series of manual overrides. The first will enable identification of the storage brick housing the information.
If you encounter opposition, remember, our needs come first.
Okay. Our needs come first. I would love if there was like a freaking workbench around here. All these people got frozen. Oh, speak of the devil.
These ones didn't die.
Need a lot more of these. Okay.
You think the Protectorate got a weapon that can do this?
Oh, they got a freeze gun, bro? And that person's still in there.
Please do leave me in peace. There is nothing you can say that is interesting enough to interrupt my work.
Okay, wow.
Data brick identified. Proceed to the cartridge extractor controls. There, perform a manual override to allow extraction.
What just happened? I didn't do... Wait! You out there! What did you just... Please, come talk to me. I must know what you did.
All of a sudden, she wants to be my homie.
What in the name of the matriarch did you do? We've been trying to restore these systems for weeks to no avail, and yet you stroll in here, wave that thing around, and the whole system lights up like a white dwarf? What did you do? What does it do? How does it work? Please, tell me everything.
Nerd. No.
Truly? Why, if that were to enact any additional functionality in our lab, it might just be the thing we need to complete our work.
What is it that you're doing?
Oh, during the Order's assault, a Protectorate soldier ran to the control room and triggered the chemical fire suppression system, and it literally froze all the combatants in place. I've been working on a procedure to reverse the effects. Sadly, it has proved a hard shell to crack, and so far I've been unsuccessful. For a moment, I believed your efforts to be my first sign of progress. I thought the machines warring to life meant my efforts were successful. Unfortunately, I was mistaken.
Loser.
Perhaps. How much do you know about cellular biology and the inverse hydrophilic transitionary replacement theory?
All of it. Everything.
Wonderful! My theory is that rather than just freezing these folk, the LN2CO2 mixture infiltrated their cells, and if I can remove and replace it, then they'll go back to normal. Of course! If I can replace the carbon and nitrogen with something inert, their bodies will naturally purge the replacements as they slowly return to life. That's brilliant! Why, with a bit of luck, I could have the system up and working within the hour. Thank you for your help. It may be the best shot these poor souls have at returning to life. Let's start testing. Come in, just please. Be careful not to trigger the fire suppression system. I've removed the passkey, but I don't want to end up like those poor sods.
Okay.
Sovereign, forgive me. All I saw was an endless sea of snarling Order traitors pouring into the facility, and in that moment, my faculties desperately scrabbled to save ourselves. In my terror, I recalled
we could just turn it on and freeze her too.
warnings of the fire suppression system.
Okay. All right, bro. Honestly, I've been playing for over an hour and a half. My back is getting tired of sitting here. We will continue on this after next time. So thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope you guys are enjoying it, and I hope you don't mind that we're stopping like right in the middle of the quest, but like I said, I'm a little tired. So thank you guys. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.